Mitsubishi. My name is Mason, and today we're doing a walk around video on this 2020 Mitsubishi ASX in the LS model. So what we'll do is run through some of the features as well as the condition of the vehicle. But as you can see, this car presents really well. Such low mileage, 2020 model. You're going to get pretty much a brand new vehicle. When you look at the car, you'll notice exactly what I mean. So starting off at that front end, you've got that iconic diamond shield look. Now this is the updated look pretty much across the Mitsubishi range at the moment. It is the new facelift from the previous model ASX, and looks very futuristic, very modern, and a lot of attention to detail as well. So you've got these nice chrome finishes on the outer side of the front bar, fog lamps and indicator lamps fitted at the bottom there, and you've got this very nice sleek headlights. Now if you do notice, they've got it's slightly different to your traditional headlight design. So it's not a projector globe, it does use an older reflector system, but the way it is laid out is a little bit different. So you actually get a more clear line of light than you would if you were to use a projector, and it's actually a lot more bright and actually consistent. You don't get the fall off on the light towards the outer sides of the beam, but it's a very consistent light, and all your reflectors in the front there. Now as we come across the side of the vehicle, that first alloy wheel, being the LS model, does come with a slightly different shaped alloy wheel. Now this has a multi-spoke design. The rim itself is in excellent condition and no damage, and it is sitting on some Bridgestone tires. On the side of that quarter panel there is a little vent. It's not actually functional, it's just to add a bit of character, and it's got a chrome varnish around it as well, just to dress it up a little bit. Now the side mirrors and door handles come color matched to the vehicle. Now this is a starlight color, so it's not just your ordinary ASX or white, plain white color. It is a starlight, meaning it does have a pearlescent finish to it. Indicator lamp is fitted into that side mirror to elevate the lamp, improve the visibility, and also clear up the quarter panel. Now in the side mirrors itself, being the LS model, it does come with your blind spot warning system, which is a safety feature in pretty much most modern vehicles. That is going to indicate to you if someone is in your blind spot. Now the car does come with 2 keys, and it is a keyless entry vehicle, so pressing that button as long as you're within proximity is going to allow the car to lock and unlock, possibly because a door is open or a boot is open, that it's not doing that. But just so you're aware, that feature is there in the vehicle. Opening it up and having a look inside the car itself, ASX carpet mats with a genuine carpet mats all the way through, very good conditions, obviously slightly worn as it is a used vehicle, but the rest of the carpet mats are in good nick. Seats are also very, very clean, very good condition, no damage. Bolsters still present beautifully. All the seat lining is still very clean, no threads are pulled out, not really messy. It's actually very well maintained and very clean car. Door card is also in good condition. Inside does seem to have a few scratches here and there. If you do want to opt for an interior illuminated scuff plate, you can do that. That'll cover that up nicely, dress it up a little bit and make it look quite neat. But there is a little bit of damage on that scuffing plate there. Now, if you do notice, the back windows are a little bit darker than your fronts. That is just a privacy glass to improve the privacy of the vehicle, but it doesn't provide the same protection and safety as tint. So I would highly, highly recommend you talk to us about our tinting options, but we will touch on that in a minute. I will also point out that inside the actual handle, there is, you can see there's a little bit of scratching or marks. That is obviously from people grabbing the door probably a little bit too aggressively, but it's just marked the inside of the paint. Back seats are also in good condition. No marks, no stains, no damage, just like I said, very well presented vehicle. It's going to be very hard to find anything wrong with it. Second rim is also completely unmarked, no damage, and you've got lots of tread on those tires. Coming across to the tailgate, now I believe the ASX has one of the nicer tailgates out of the small SUV line across the range, whether it be Toyotas, Nissans, whatever. I quite like the back end of the ASX. You've got this really cool diffuser at the bottom, all these sporty grills and vents just to add a bit of character to the vehicle, and taillight design, again, very nice. It does have a blacked out finish around the edging, all your individual globes for your indicators and lamps, and your brake light across the middle of the taillight. ASX badging at the bottom, and it does come with the reverse camera as well as the reverse parking sensors, which are color matched to the vehicle along the bottom. Seems to be, again, another very, very minor scuff, barely necessary to point out, but it is there just so you are aware. It does also have a high mounted brake light. Excuse the little spider there, he's going to go away though. And there is also a wiper blade at the back. Now if I open this up and having a look inside the boot of the vehicle, plenty of space in these cars. You do notice the tether points at the back of those seats. They are a 60-40 split, so those two seats are together, and that's by itself. There is also a cargo shelf in here to keep your belongings private. Now if I lift up this base, there is a space saver spare wheel located underneath the base of the boot. Tucks in quite neatly, has all the foam and plastic supports, and also your jack-in tools to actually jump the car up and change your tire. But again, back presents in very good condition. Now coming across to the passenger side of the vehicle, fuel filler cap is on the passenger side, being the safe side of the car. And that third rim, also no damage on there, completely unmarked. Now paintwork on this side is actually very clean, still presents quite nicely in that starlight color, just a bit of drops from the water. And side mirrors on this side is also clean, undamaged. And that fourth and final rim, no marks whatsoever. So you got 4 rims completely unmarked, no damage, plenty of tread remaining on the tires. You've got a very beautiful, well-presented ASX with low mileage. So what we're going to do is pop the hood and take a look inside. Having a look under the hood of the ASX. Now, as you can see, it's a very neatly laid out engine bay. You've got the Myvec motor right in the middle. This also is all part of the safety systems in the Mitsubishis. There are great safety features actually in the engine bay design as well. If you were to meet in a collision, this motor is actually going to drop below the car and not push into the firewall. So again, all the safety has been thought out by Mitsubishi in the design of this vehicle. Washer and wiper fluid and coolant tanks are located on the left hand side. Battery terminal on the right hand side, so easy to access positive and negative, and your fuse box is also located on the right there. So make sure you check these things and make sure they're all topped up. Now what we have here is a 4-cylinder 2-litre petrol motor. It does come with a 1-speed automatic gearbox, being that CVT transmission. Now this car has a 5-star ANCAP rating with 7 airbags, so plenty of safety for all the 5 passengers in the vehicle. This motor produces 110 kilowatts with 197 newton meters of torque, and it is run on your regular unleaded petrol with a 63-litre capacity fuel tank. Now that is going to show you a combined fuel consumption of 7.6 litres per 100, or an average fuel distance of about 829 kilometers off a full tank, but that is all dependent on how you drive and how much weight you're carrying around. Now taking a look inside the ASX, it is quite a nice interior in these vehicles. You've got these nice piano black gloss finishes, chrome plating, leather stitching, very nice car on the inside. So on the driver's side door, do get your full electric window for your driver's side. The rest is just your standard power windows. Above that is central locking, window lock controls, and also your toggles for your side mirrors. There is a button located on that panel to actually fold in your side mirrors if you wanted to as well. Now on the right hand side of the dash are a few of the safety features that you do get in this vehicle. Now being the LS model, you get your blind spot warning system, which is a little indicators in your side mirrors that I pointed out before. You can turn them off if you don't like using that feature. Next to that is your parking sensor sonar, so you can turn that off again if the beeping is a bit annoying. Your forward collision mitigation system and your lane departure warning. Now again, if you want more information, make sure you ask us when you actually come in or inquire on the vehicle. Next to that is your headlight height adjuster. Now down the bottom of the A-pillar is your hood release, and your fuel release cap is fuel release lever is located down the bottom near your feet. Behind, on the steering column is your left and right indicator with your fog lamp controls and headlight controls. Now you can just put it in auto, and that's going to activate the automatic dusk sensing system. And at the edge of that is your automatic high beam. So you put your headlights on, you'll turn on your high beam, and then you'll press that button to actually engage the auto high beam button. There'll be a little indicator at the top there to say that the auto high beam system is on. Otherwise, just leave it in auto. Car's going to do all the work for you. Left hand side as your wipers and washers. Again, they're an automatic rain sensing system. So just leave it in auto. Car's going to turn on the wipers and washers when they need to. Now, like I said, steering wheel is a very comfortable steering wheel that is leather stitch. All the beautiful piano black gloss finishes on there just make it stand out a little bit. Right hand side are your cruise control settings, and left hand side are your media settings with your call reject and voice control for your head unit. Now, engine stop start button is located on the left of the steering wheel, which is the most important button in the car. Now, if your battery does die, there is a physical key located in the actual remote, or you can simply put this next to that and then press a button just so that the car can identify that the key is actually in the vehicle. Now coming over to the entertainment system, this is the updated, slightly larger display that has been adapted into the newer models in the ASX. So on the far left is your multimedia, which is obviously your Bluetooth connectivity whenever you have that set up. You've got your phone, again, that is for your Bluetooth connectivity, which is not connected. I'm just going to go cancel, press source, if it is going to let me. Yeah, it's not going to let me. So this does have your AM, FM radio, Bluetooth connectivity, digital radio as well. So pretty much all the necessary connections there you can see: AM, FM, iPod, Bluetooth, USB, and digital radio. So we can set that up for you if you have a little bit of trouble with that, but very easy system to use, and all your hard buttons are located below that. Got your climate control or your AC system, so your temperature on the left, fan speed in the middle, and your modes on the right. Below that are two USB inputs for your charging, and also for your phone connect for your Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which is again useful on this system here. That is going to allow you to utilize maps and also calls and texting using the keyless system or your voice control in the actual steering wheel. Now there are very minor scuffs just on the actual screen itself, as you can see. Very minor stuff, but nothing too major. You don't actually need to worry too much about it. It's still functional. Below that, next to that, sorry, is your stability control and a 12-volt input with a small little storage compartment below that. Now, if I put this into reverse, you can see that really clear rear view camera that is mounted behind the lip of the boot. Rear bar located at the bottom. If you do want to fit a tow bar, that'll sit right in the middle, and you can see that quite clearly. Putting that back in the park, there's 2 cup holders and also a nice manual handbrake. And if I lift up the center console armrest, there is a shelf component on top and an additional 12-volt socket located inside for any extra charging, and plenty of storage in there. More generous than you actually see in a lot of vehicles these days. So I'll get the camera person to just pan around the interior to show you the condition. Back seats, like I said, are very clean, no damage, no stains, no marks. Roof lining is also very neat. So what we're going to do now is jump outside and wrap up the video. So much for watching the walk around video on this beautiful Starlight 2020 Mitsubishi ASX. And now this is an LS series, so you do notice the few little additional features and benefits that you do get in this particular model. Now, if you do have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. Just before I go, this car actually qualifies for our Platinum 1 program. Now, what that will offer you is actually like-for-like new car warranty, and it's going to add an additional 5 years protection on your vehicle, and it's going to cover you up to 200,000 kilometers. So again, there's great value in this, and that also comes with the added benefit of 10 years Platinum roadside assistance nationwide. So if you're going to plan on keeping this car for a long time, which I'm going to assume you are, because these are going to last you as long as you want them to, there is great value in the service. In addition to that, I would highly recommend you talk to us about our glass coat and tinting packages. So what that will offer you is a lifetime warranty on this beautiful white or Starlight paintwork. It's going to add a protectant layer over the top. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to clean and maintain, but it's also going to protect it from those harsh environmental factors such as bed droppings, bat droppings, oxidization, fading, peeling, rusting, all those things that can really contaminate and affect the appearance of a vehicle. Now, these 2 things are at an additional cost. However, if you're using our in-house finance, we'd love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just some minimal diesel effective repayments. Now lastly, but most importantly, make sure you jump on a Google, search up Berwick Mitsubishi and see what people have to say about us. With over 1,100 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, gives you the assurance as a buyer that you're dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. Now, as I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. My name is Nathan. Thank you so much for watching.